Okay, so now you have your index page pretty much done, your home page, right? You should have your images in place. You should have your text in place. And it's your basic layout, not too bad. Now, there's some things that you need to do before you go on. One of the most really important ones is going and checking your spelling. Now, granted, your spelling will not get checked on these things because they're images, but on any text that you type, it'll get checked. So go to File, go to Check Page, go to Spelling. So that's my dog's name. That's the way it's spelled. We're going to tell it to ignore all. And look, I have an error somewhere where I actually have. Oh no, I don't. Doctor is abbreviated that way, so we're going to go ahead and ignore it. My doctor's name is Jazik, and ignore that. I misspelled a word, so we're going to change it. And once it tells you that your spelling check is complete, you're good to go. All right, so there's not bad, but it's got a lot of white space. Let's change some stuff up. While we were away, I decided that I didn't want my borders to be visible. The way I did that was I clicked on the table, I went right here to border, just like we did with the buttons, and I made it 0. The thing is, when you make your borders invisible, we'll show you how it looks in Safari. It's just kind of floating around. Yeah, it's not horrible, but it's really not great. It's just very, I don't know, open. It needs something. Probably could use some color. So let's go through and let's change the background color. We've done this before. You should remember that we did it this way. We also did it in code. We went to Modify Page Properties, Appearance HTML, change the background color. I think I'm going to add some more of this. So you take your little eyedropper tool and select whatever color you're looking for, and then click OK. Oh, but yikes, now look what happened. All this beautiful white space is gone. Well, here's a cool trick. You can click on any particular cell in your table and change its color. So you should play with that and determine how you want your table and your web page to look. Now here's something real important to keep in mind. White space, especially where you have information, is huge. It's important. White space helps your reader, your viewer, to be able to see what you've written. If your text is fighting with your background, that's not such a good thing. Color is good. Too much color, not good. I don't think we covered this before, but my last page was not center aligned. This table was squished over to the left. It's not a big deal. All you have to do is click on the whole table itself and then go to Format, Align, and you see Center. Just the way you did your pictures or you changed your buttons, you can do the same thing. So if your buttons are not aligning right, if you don't like the way they look because maybe your images stretched out your columns, just click on that button, go to Format, Align, and put it the way you want it to be. This was originally in the center, but look how far out it is. So I just went to Format, Align, and squished it over. Easy, right? Okay. Something to keep in mind too about your pages. It's okay to use color, but it's important that all your pages look like they're a big part of a unit, the same unit. So keep your colors consistent. You can change them on your template, or you can change them individually. It's entirely up to you. After you finish changing colors, you should definitely go through and look at how your stuff turned out. Do you see how there is a pink border here? Even though we said we didn't want a border, that's because of the padding and spacing. This is 2 pixels of padding and spacing, and that's why you can see it that way. If I didn't want it to look that way, I could have put a table within a table so these lines wouldn't show. For this exercise, it's not a big deal. We'll play with it some more later. It's so changeable that it's pretty much, you can make it look however you want. But first things first, for the most basic stuff, I want for you to know how to use a table, to know how to change its colors, to know how to insert columns, how to merge cells, how to insert images and text, and check your spelling. Once your page is good and it's saved, you can go back to your template, add the appropriate stuff to it, make it the next page. So this would be all about Teeny, not home, but family. And on this page, I would insert my family button, just the way I did my family heading, just the way I did the other stuff. Nothing new, very repetitious. Eventually, this will come very second nature to you. Just takes a little time and a little patience. But once you get there, you won't even think about it, you'll just do it. The one thing that's real important to remember is as soon as you modify this template, you got to save it. Not as template, but as whatever that page is going to be. Now, I'm not going to go through and work on the whole page right now, but I'm going to show you, excuse me, how linking to phantom pages works for you. Now, that's not beautiful because we didn't finish it, but did you see how the buttons already work? Because we linked them in the template. After you build all the rest of the pages, all those buttons will work too. Pretty simple, pretty easy, not too tough.